what's going on YouTube? Today I'm about to be going over the trade that allowed me to hit a 1 to 1.2 RR today. I want to switch up the content for real, go over like trade recaps of the trades I took. So y'all can see the areas where I did well in and the areas I need improvement in because it could probably help one of y'all. Like just seeing another person's mistakes or the areas where another person did good and then apply to your trade so you see what not to do and what you can do and how it can affect you over time by doing the wrong things and how it can affect you over time doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? But coming in the market today, I seen let's actually backtrack. Let's start a replay to 9:30 today. All right. So first off, what I noticed on the daily chart was we were pushing down. We had 5 red days. Well, this day being the 5th red day that has been happening. And I seen that we were pushing into this daily fair value gap. So the thing about this daily fair value gap is on this gap, we bounced off the equilibrium of this point previously. This was our most recent draw liquidity, like our closest draw liquidity to the downside that we had just swept right before 9:30. Like I want to say it swept it probably like 10 minutes before market open. Okay, 30 minutes before market open. We swept it right here. So I knew we were going to have some sort of move to the downside just because we swept that liquidity. But I didn't know where we would have any possible rejections if we were going to move up because I knew it wasn't going to be a straight shoot up. Like it wasn't going to be something like us. Just because we've been having a lot of selling pressure in the past. But even if it was, I was waiting for clear structure to show me that we were going to continue to the upside. And today, I really wasn't seeing that. I noticed that we formed a 1 hour FVG right here. As you can see, this area right here is unfilled. We got the wicks tapping here, but they never go in this point. So, we come down. You see it's a drop. I was wanting to see if we could get a tap into any of the OTE levels. That would have been something that would have been good in my books, but at the same time, I wanted to know if this point right here was also going to be an OTE level from the upside. Because if I'm not mistaken, we were at, we just bounced out the 0.5. So I was worried that we could possibly go up, but at the same time, I just had to see a clear direction when trading. So I was really just staying patient for the beginning part of the morning. I was just watching price, seeing how price was moving. As you can see, hold on, this is still pre-market. Let's see where market open is. 2 more candles away. All right, market open, boom. We manipulate past these highs. I'm still waiting. I know probably a lot of people started taking sales here because they seen this manipulation. Probably thought it was going to continue to take out this liquidity and continue down. But just because we bounced off of a high resistance liquidity area, as you can see, price had a strong reaction there in the past. I knew this was going to be a level where we can't just take dumb setups. Like we really gotta stay patient, wait for clear confluences that are gonna symbolize where price is going. So let's see, price still continue to shoot up. Boom. Boom. Price still falling. But it's really not bouncing off of any point I would have taken. There was no fair value gaps in the zone, nothing on the hourly, nothing on the 4 hour. The closest fair value gap was on the 4 hour, but it was still some length away. As you can see, price is all the way up there. Look at it on a 1 minute chart, you can see it's much further than it looks. So I'm like, okay, this is our closest fair value gap zone. That would be the only point where I would think of taking sales at that current moment. Like we didn't have any structure that was formed. We didn't have any internal fair value gaps. You look at the Fibonacci, we still have this 0.786 level right here. So I'm like, okay, if somehow we come up there, we tap that level, it reacts, then yeah, cool, I'll take a sell. But if we can find anything else in the meantime, then that would be nice as well. So I said this fair value gap didn't even form one. Price was pretty much filling all the fair value gaps, continued up. And then price kind of stalled at this level. If you mark this from the swing high to the swing low on the Fibonacci, you see that it's at the 0.618 level, which is also an OTE level where price tends to react to. So all of these levels right here are levels where price likes to react to, with 786 being the strongest point. This is the beginning of the range in the OTE point. So price could still react off this level, but it's less likely to react off this level. But in this instance, price did start to begin to react off of it. I didn't just want to take a sell right here, especially because we just bounced off this massive liquidity point. So there's a chance we still could continue higher. It could do like a little fake out. You feel me? Hold on. Could do something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Continue up. So I wanted to see a clear sign of a move. And as time started to go by, started to get a little bit clearer. Even right here, I still wasn't convicted. It was nothing telling me to really enter the trade. We do have an inverse of this 1 minute FVG right here. So it's looking slow for sellers, especially since we're losing volume on these candles, because as you can see right here on this candle, we had a 90-point move. This candle, we had a 88-point move. But then once we get to this little zone right here, price just stops forming these large candles, starts to slow down. It looked like a lot of hesitation with the buyers. Sellers start dominating these candles. As you can see, there's selling pressure pushing price down. Again, these red candles with long wicks that are on the upside. Well, where it's like high open, low close wicks. So, yeah, I'm still waiting. I still want to see additional confluences. We're also at this equilibrium point of this fair value gap, this midpoint of the fair value gap. Think about the equilibrium points of the fair value gaps. They do tend to react sometimes. Like as you can see on the daily chart, this was the equilibrium point of the daily FVG, and price started bounce off of it. So I'm really paying attention to what's happening here. Let's delete this over here. And I'm also looking at ES to see if we could form any SMTs or anything. So I know that we're kind of close to this high over here. I'm saying, okay, if we get SMT to form and we don't close above this high, on my sell, I'd take it. So, boom, right here. This is where we formed our SMT. We have this high right here. Price made. All right, so we have this high right here, right? And price didn't break this high, but over here, price broke this high. So that is a bearish indicator when it's the divergence between the two. So I noticed that after that candle, we have a displacement. I get my entry right here, set my stop loss above these protected highs, because if price breaks these highs right here, then it's probably going to continue to the upside, and I'm cool with being out the trade at that point. I want to be risk off. My target was New York AM lows because this will be our next draw liquidity. And then I proceeded to wait for price to come down. Boom, boom, boom. We get a tap at New York Open. At this point, I'm like, okay, we broke past this point right here. We're at New York Open where price could react and then possibly even reverse right here. So let me set my stop at break even, and then we're going to be risk off for this trade. If it come back, I lose nothing. If we continue down, then we won our trade. So it's really no risk at this point. I don't have anything to lose, but everything to gain. So, price ended up falling, tapping that level, and I got wicked out the market. So this was a good setup. Emotionally, I handled it well, especially when trading it. I was glad with the fact that I waited for multiple confluences. I was patient. I didn't force any setups early in the market. And overall, these are the kind of traits that go on to becoming a profitable trader. So as long as I can remain consistent in those aspects, I'll be able to prevail in the end. But yeah, it was a quick little setup today. I was out the market and by 9:51. It's in the market for 21 minutes. Yeah, bro. With this ICT, I am improving. I just started learning ICT about 2 weeks ago. I got the hang of it pretty fast. Been doing a lot of back testing with my trades. I understand the trades that I take are good, and the trades that I take are bad. And overall, I genuinely see improvement in my future with the ICT. And it's really just a matter of time. But trades like this is really just pushing me one step forward to even passing this eval and then getting to the point of payouts and all that. But you're really just taking things one step at a time. And yeah, man, it's really just pushing us there. But if y'all want to see the journey of me rising to $1 million, bro, I'm gonna document every single thing, bro. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you learned something from this video, like the video. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. No cap.